Welcome to the Waves Business Coaching Podcast, where you can learn to grow as a leader, inspire your team, and optimize your operations in your organization. I'm your host, Jacob Carnes, and this week on the podcast, we're going to discuss why looking at your business like an airplane can make you an expert problem finder and solver in your business. If you want to learn more about how you can get the best out of your team in your organization, be sure to go to wavesbusinesscoaching.com, which is linked in the episode description. We would love to equip you with the tools and resources to optimize your business and give you peace of mind as a leader. Let's dive into why you should view your business like an airplane. Who is more of an expert? You with your business or a mechanic with your car? If I brought your business into the shop and said it wasn't running very well, could you quickly find out what's wrong with it and tell me what you would do to fix it? Most mechanics are better at diagnosing why your check engine light is on than business owners are at diagnosing what's going wrong with their business. You should look at your business like an airplane so that your business flies far and fast. I'm Jacob, and I'm a Business Made Simple certified coach, which means that I've been trained to be an airplane mechanic for your business. I want to teach you that by viewing your business like an airplane, you too can be an airplane mechanic and quickly diagnose and solve problems in your business. Here's the thing. Problem solving is an overrated skill in organizations. Most good leaders are really good at solving a problem. That's why they got to the role they're in. Very few leaders are good at diagnosing problems in your organization. But by looking at your business like an airplane, you can quickly diagnose and see if your business has a broken wing, if your right engine is down, or if your plane is out of fuel. Let's learn about how looking at your business like an airplane, and so with 6 main parts, you can become an airplane mechanic and be a great problem diagnoser so that you can be a great problem solver in your business. The first area of the plane is the cockpit, and you could argue it's the most important. The cockpit is where you control and fly the plane. Everything about your company, about your business, will thrive or crash based on the strength of your leadership team. Even if the leadership team is just one person and it's you, you're not going to go to the airport and walk up to a random gate without a ticket, first of all, and just walk up to a plane with no destination, have no idea where it's going, and get on. That's just not how it works. Is your business the same way, though? If the cockpit, if the pilot of your business, if your leadership team hasn't defined a clear destination and said, hey, we're going to fly from Atlanta to San Diego on this date at this time, that's the job of the pilot. You wouldn't get on a plane with no destination, nor should any of your team get on board with a business that doesn't have a clear destination. The key here is to align your team around common objectives so that you can increase your focus and your intensity in your business. When your team is focused on common objectives, you are a lot more likely to win. And when you win, morale goes up, which affects sales, productivity, efficiency, and retention. The cockpit is the single most important part of the plane, and that's your leadership. Now, after your cockpit, once you've transformed yourself and your team into a business on a mission, you've fixed your leadership team, your plane has a destination, you're going to experience a sense of peace along with excitement about where your company can go. The next step then is to increase revenue, profit, and cash flow. And to do this, it's time to fire up your right engine. The right engine of the plane is your marketing. How can you increase thrust with your marketing engine? Well, you clarify your message so that customers will engage. Words are what causes people to buy products. If your marketing isn't saying the right words so that your customers will engage, listen, and click buy, then your marketing engine isn't doing what it should in your business. When you clarify your message, more customers will place orders. The best way to clarify your marketing message is through the StoryBrand framework. You can buy Building a Story Brand by Donald Miller. That's the book. You can find that on Amazon or wherever you buy books. It's a New York Times bestseller. It's a 7-part framework, and it is the best way to clarify your marketing message and fire up your right engine. The framework invites customers into a story so that they engage and listen. The StoryBrand framework is the best way to clarify your message and fire up your right engine. So your right engine is your marketing. What about your left engine? Well, once you've clarified your message and your customers are engaged, the next step to boost the thrust of your business, to move it forward, is to fire up that sales engine and learn to sell. Now, the truth is, if you polled a lot of business leaders, a lot of business owners, most people hate to sell, but it's so important to stimulate growth in your business. You need a way to guarantee that the sales team, even if it's just you, can act as a strong left engine by adding thrust to your business. What if you don't like to sell? I don't like to sell. I'm in that boat. But you have to in order to grow your business. You stop selling. You start making the customer the hero, and you invite them into the story. Very few people like to sell, but if you own or lead a small business, you have to. There's a framework called the Customer is the Hero that we go through here at Waves Business Coaching, and that is the best way to stop selling and to invite your customers into a story. It is the sales framework for people who hate to sell, and it works. So our cockpit is our leadership, our right engine is our marketing, our left engine is our sales. So our cockpit has defined the destination, it's defined a mission. Our right engine and left engine are working in tandem to give our plane thrust. It's moving our plane forward. Next is the wings. We have thrust. Our plane needs lift. So our leadership team knows their role. They know their responsibilities. Our marketing engine is fired up. We're heating up our sales engine. Let's look at the actual products that we are selling. On an airplane, the wings of the plane have to be strong and light. Think about it. If you have wings that are weak, they could break off at any moment and the plane will fall out of the sky. For metaphorical purposes, this means that our products have to be profitable or strong and in demand, light. Our products have to be profitable and in demand. Companies often crash because they don't develop products without considering how much these products really cost and how in demand they really will be once they are brought to the market. What we need is a way to ensure the products we are bringing to the market are giving our business lift. We have a framework here at Waves Business Coaching that helps with this. It makes sure your wings are light and strong and that your products are profitable and in demand. Without this, our plane will never get off the ground. We can have those engines thrusting at 500 miles an hour and moving forward, but our plane will never get off the ground. Make sure your products are profitable and in demand. So, the body of the airplane, that's our next area. That's our fifth section of the plane. We've got our cockpit, our leadership team. We've got our right and left engines, our marketing and our sales teams. We've got our wings, which are products. So between our engines getting the plane moving forward, our wings getting the plane up in the air, how do we keep our plane in the air? Well, two things. The first of those is the body. The body of the airplane, if it's too big and too heavy for the wings and engines to lift, the airplane will not fly. So we have to keep the body of the plane light and aerodynamic. I've got a picture on my website at wavesbusinesscoaching.com of an airplane that has just a very round body and tiny wings. It's a great image because if you think about it, a plane is very aerodynamic. And when you see a plane that's not, it sticks out like a sore thumb. The same is true in business as it relates to our overhead and our operations. Your overhead and operations are the single largest expense that your company has. And inside of that, the single largest expense your company has is its people. They are the largest expense, but they're also the single most important investment that you can make. You need to cultivate a high-performing team and an engaged culture within your company so that people feel valued and productivity skyrockets. You have to keep the body of the plane light. If not, the airplane will never get off the ground. So how can you get the best out of your team? Well, you need to have an inspired team, an engaged culture, and a team that wants to be productive. You have to get the best out of your team. That's our mission here at Waves Business Coaching, is we want to help you get the best out of your team. That's the body of the plane. So if the body of the plane is light enough, our engines are rolling, our sales engine and our marketing engine Our products are strong and they're in demand. They're profitable. Our leadership team and the cockpit's telling our plane where to go. Lastly is our fuel tanks. Now, our fuel tanks are cash flow. No matter how well an airplane is designed and built, if you run out of cash, the business will crash. And the same goes for nonprofits. Obviously, nonprofits aren't for making a profit, but cash is coming in and out of that organization, right? You have to have enough cash that the business survives. Managing your cash flow might be the most important job you have when it comes to running and growing your business or your organization. You never, ever, ever want to run out of cash. If you have an amazing mission and a vision for your business and you have a higher purpose that you have for being in that business, then you know how important it is to keep cash in the business, because without cash, without that profit, without money coming in consistently and managing that money well, the business or the organization, they're never going to survive. You have to manage money well. Set up good practices for cash flow so that you and your business are financially stable and that your airplane stays high in the air. So we've got our cockpit. That's our leadership team. It tells the plane where to go. You've got your right engine. That's your marketing team. You're going to clarify your message so that customers win. Your left engine, your sales team. They invite customers into a story. They stop selling and they invite customers into a story where they are the hero. Your right and your left engine give your plane thrust. It moves the business forward. Your wings are your products. Your products have to be light and strong. They have to be profitable and in demand. They give your business lift. They get it up in the air. Your body, your operations, your overhead needs to be light enough so the plane can get off the ground and stay in the air. Has to be aerodynamic. You have to have a productive team in your business. And then lastly, your cash flow, your fuel tanks. You've got to keep fueling the plane. If not, the plane's going to fall out of the sky, and that's the last thing you want for your business. Look at your business like an airplane. When you look at it this way, you can immediately tell that, hey, this airplane has fuel leaking out of its fuel tanks. We are running out of money. All of our focus needs to go and fix our cash flow. Or, hey, I'm looking at the body of our plane, and it's never going to get off the ground. We have way too much dead weight. It's way too heavy. Look at your business like an airplane. You can become an airplane mechanic and be a better problem diagnoser, problem finder in your business so that you can pass it on to or be a great problem solver in your business. When you look at your business like an airplane, you can quickly diagnose and fix problems in your organization. A well-built plane is light and strong, and it flies far and fast. A poorly built plane is missing an engine, has no pilot, and the body's too big for the plane to ever get off the ground. Build your business like a well-built airplane so that your business can fly far and fast. Thank you so much for watching and listening to this episode of the Waves Business Coaching Podcast. For more free tools and resources on how you can grow your organization, be sure to subscribe to the podcast on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts. Organizations struggle to grow because they don't know how to get the best out of their people. At Waves Business Coaching, we inspire teams and optimize operations so that organizations can thrive. If you're a business leader who wants to get the best out of your team, visit our website at wavesbusinesscoaching.com, which is linked in the episode description. If you want a free plan to optimize your business, take my business report, which is also linked in the episode description. In 10 minutes, you can get a diagnosis and plan to optimize your business. This report from Business Made Simple takes 10 minutes, and it does what most business consultants take months to do. Click the link in the episode description to take this report. Thank you for joining us for this episode of the Waves Business Coaching Podcast. Take care.